Hi guys, it's Sissy again. I'm going to show you today an exercise that is really good for people that have low back pain. Post-pregnancy, this is a really great one. It's a really nice starter for core activation. So a lot of us have been to Pilates classes or we've been taught physio exercises on how to activate our core, but because we haven't done it for so long, we find it a little bit difficult to actually know what exercises to activate. This tummy vacuum exercise is actually really good because again, we use gravity to basically give us a little bit more proprioception so we know what muscles that we're actually trying to activate. I've got the roll out again. This is a bit of an extra, but I do find it works really well to make the exercise a little bit more challenging if we need to. I'll pop it over here because we don't need it right now. So what you want to do for this exercise is come up onto your hands and knees, so basically a 4-point kneel position. What you want to make sure you do is that your knees are straight under your hips and your arms are straight underneath your elbows. So some people get into this position and you know, are kind of all the way up here, or you know, like this. They look a little bit like a wonky table, but you do want to make sure that you look like a nice straight table. The second thing to then look at is where your spine is. So a few cat-cow curls can really help you to then find that neutral spine. So neutral for you could be a little bit different, but we basically don't want to be sagging in like this, and we don't want to be overarching like this as well. What you then want to look at is making sure that your neck is not arched up like this, which again puts a lot of strain and load on the back of the neck. We also don't want to be dropping it down like this. Want to be nice and straight. And this is where using that roll comes in really handy. So this is the point where I'll have it lying next to me. Once you get into the position, I want to grab that roll, place it onto your back, so it rests on your head and the back of your spine, and you can actually use it to check if you're in the right position. So I'm not going to look at you because otherwise I'm going to drop that roll. But what you can do from here is to check that you've got that neutral spine. You want to reach back, and just in the small of your back, you should just be able to get the first 3 or so fingers in. So as I said, you don't want to be too arched and be able to get the whole hand in, but you also don't want to be so extended that you can't get the fingers in at all. So just a slight little bit of a curve in the bottom of your spine here, just enough to get those first 3 fingers in, lets us know that we've got a good neutral spine. And it also helps us then to know where our head is. So my ponytail is in the way here a little bit, but what we want to do is make sure that our head is lifted up. Sorry. This is a girl problem. We want to make sure our head is lifted up. Nice long neck, and you can see there that my head is helping to support the roll. And then just adjust your hands slightly as you need, and you can see there I'm pretty much looking like a table. You want to push up through your hands nice and strong. So this is the setup of it. It shouldn't take you that long once you've done it a few times, but the next step is where we start to look at how to actually activate our core properly. So what we want to do here is taking one of our hands, we want to place that on our tummy. It does require a little bit of upper limb strength, but you'll get there. Without moving your spine, what I want you to then do is relax your tummy muscles, let your tummy sag into your hand. Just basically like you're letting everything go after you've eaten a big meal. Then what I want you to do from there, again without moving your spine, gently draw the belly up and off your hand. Now you probably can't see it so much because of my jacket, but what you'll actually find is that your tummy is resting on your hand like that, and then as you go to lift your tummy up and in, it should lift off your hand. So I'm going to take my hand with me just so you can see. You lift your tummy in, and you'll see that my hand is raised just that little bit. This is that proprioceptive cue that can be really handy for a lot of people. I'm just going to swap hands here because this one's getting a bit tired. This is the cue that makes it really easy for people to know how to activate those tummy muscles correctly. Again, so what you want to do without dropping your spine, so that's really, really important. A lot of people, when they go to do the tummy relaxation, they fall in through their back. That's not what we want. The whole point is maintaining an upright and neutral spine, and it's only the tummy muscles that we're letting go of and then drawing back in. So from here, spine stays neutral, tummy drops down, and then you're lifting the tummy muscles up and in. And you can see none of my body is actually moving other than my tummy muscles. Let's stand back down, and then you want to hold that for a count of 10. And if you need to, you might find that you need to relax again, the tummy reset, and then perform that exercise again. So that's a really, really easy way to start to activate those tummy muscles. As I said, you've actually got that proprioceptive cue, because a lot of people can feel that their tummy is basically letting go, and then to think about drawing it up against gravity helps them to really understand how to actually activate the right muscles in through here. It's a good exercise too, because it helps you to build a little bit of strength in your arms, maintain that really nice neutral spine, and it's just a fairly easy position for most people to get in. Now there is just a caution. Even though it's a great core exercise to be doing, I wouldn't be doing this if you're in your later stages, second trimester on of pregnancy, just because you've got that weight of the baby already there, and due to the relaxation of all the fascia in your body anyway, too much sort of four-point kneeling can actually put too much pressure on your tummy. But for most people, this exercise is generally a pretty easy one to start off with that works really quite well.